What's up, YouTube? This is True Raw Forward TV. Alright, so you may recall last week I did a video talking about, I think I did it on my True Raw for Sports channel though, but I talked about how Teague says that he ranks James Harden ahead of Dwyane Wade. And while Dwyane Wade has been taking major L's lately and things off the court. I mean, he has. He's been taking some major L's and issues off the court. I can't deny his greatness as a player. Now, I have been reconsidering some things, like the fact that he did play on a super team in Miami, and he was gifted 16 free throws a game against the Dallas Mavericks in 2006. 16, the motherfucker shot 97 free throws in 6 games, man, including 46 in the last 2. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that has to count a little bit in bullshittery. If we're going to get on the Lakers for the free throw shooting parade that we saw in the second half of that season, nigga, 16 free throws a game? So I have been reevaluating Dwyane Wade, and I dropped him. I used to have him as the 3rd greatest shooting guard, but fuck that, man. I got Jerry West ahead of him. And if it wasn't for those 3 rings, I'd put AI ahead of him. If Wade only had one ring, I'd put AI ahead of him, man. I really would. But anyway, be that as it may, ain't no way in the hell James Harden should be ahead of Dwyane Wade, at least in my opinion. But Teague, that's his opinion. I think he's wrong. But he explained, and I'll put a link to this article in the pinned comment in the comment section below. He explained in an interview with Complex Sports why he has Harden over Wade. This is what he had to say. When James was James, he was giving you 38 and 11. Prime D Wade gets you 36 and 5. And then James had years when he was averaging 34, 36. That's kind of crazy. Well, yeah, but you got to remember something. When Wade was giving you 36 and 5, that was in a NBA where there was still some semblance of defense left. Still some semblance. I mean, it was fading away because this was post 2006, 2005, but it wasn't the bullshit that we started seeing in the 2010s. You know, and yeah, James Harden was giving you a lot of points and a lot of assists, but his usage rate was unbelievable. And plus, the guy was taking 25 shots a game. Some games he was taking 30, 35 shots, 38. This guy had a 50-point game that I saw ESPN advertise. They said, 50 points, a perfect 24 of 24 from the line. But ESPN neglect to mention that James Harden shot 11 for 38 from the floor. Yeah. So then anyway, but he says, but I think James Harden is up there. He just doesn't have the rings to show for it. So they put him down a tier or whatever, but rings don't matter to me when I say somebody hooping. When I go to the park, I see a little kid playing like James Harden. I don't really see little kids playing like D Wade. I mean, not now. Well, of course. He's not playing anymore. And he hasn't been in his prime in like a decade. Of course not playing like fucking Dwyane Wade. And plus, Wade was an athletic player. People can't always play like that. People can't, people can't emulate something they can't physically do. But people can shoot threes. People can try to do that travel move. I mean, that killer move that James Harden did. They could try to do it. It's more attainable. So yeah, people are going to try to do that shit. But they don't mean nothing. Okay, so by that logic, does that mean that since people try to do what Steph Curry does and not LeBron, does that mean Steph Curry's better? Is that the logic we're using here? And I'm sorry, but even with the idea that Wade was helped by super teams and referee shenanigans, he still had memorable playoff performances. I'm sorry, but this dude chokes too fucking much in the postseason. He chokes too much. He does. You can't be a perennial playoff choke artist on the magnitude of James Harden and think that you're going to be ranked as a top 5 shooting guard. I just can't see it, man. I'm sorry. You know, that's Jeff Teague's opinion, but I vociferously disagree with that notion. And I think a lot of you guys probably feel the same way I do. And I'm starting to have second thoughts about putting James Harden in my top 10. I had him at number 8, but that was before another playoff flameout. You know? Can't keep having these types of performances, man. But anyway, that's all I got to say in this particular video, man. Tell me what you guys think.